Yo, YouTube, what's going on? So today we're going to be watching this video titled The Art of Selling Out by Matty Balls. Let's get straight to it.
A sellout is somebody who abandons their core beliefs, values, or original artistic style.
Oh, he took the Poly Market deal? Hey, no funny last year, like in the summer, Kalshi Dead hit me up and they're like, yo, we'll pay you to do some videos. I'll still take that. We are living in some crazy dead internet theory times because I don't know what it is about these like Kalshi deals, bro. You legitimately don't have to put hashtag ad. They will give you bread if you just mention Kalshi. Oh, Kalshi says blah, 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 blah.
Exchange for money, fame, or mainstream appeal. And believe it or not, a lot of our favorite celebrities consistently sell out. But there are levels to it. Some celebrities will carefully, slowly, and deliberately sell out in a way that their audience can accept or not mind all that much. However, others will straight up destroy their entire image for some extra cash. That's why selling out is an art.
I mean, is it really extra cash or are they throwing them a crazy bag? The reason why these companies can get people to sign these deals is because they have bread, bro. Depends on your situation. Man, if they offer you a crazy amount, everybody got a price. That's what I've learned. I feel like people should not be looking to content creators and influencers as role models because you seen what they did with meme coins and NFTs, man. They were wrecking havoc on their audiences, bro.
Second one, there is no better example than some of the most recent partnerships with shady prediction markets. I think Rick Rubin is the perfect example of this. Whether you first saw it during the UFC White House fights, during a hydration break of a World Cup game,
we should never have a UFC White House thing. Like, why is that a thing, bro?
Just somewhere random on the internet, pretty much anyone I know was shocked and probably even a little sad to see Rick Rubin in a Poly Market commercial. But who cares about Rick Rubin? I mean, who even is this guy? Well, professionally, Rick Rubin is a record producer, but far from it in the traditional sense. He helped to co-found Def Jam Recordings and is a former co-president of Columbia Records.
What?
His standalone net worth is estimated to be around $300 million. But
what?
His money and success isn't what draws people toward him. Instead, for lack of a better words, it's his aura. If we're judging a book by its cover, to pretty much anyone, Rick just looks like a pretty chill guy with the comfortable attire and a wise beard to match. He looks like the kind of guy you'd find in a video game that's sole purpose is to give you knowledge that you need to carry on with a quest. However, his whole
How do I do that? I want to do that. What? You do nothing and you're just lit and you got bread? Yo, some people just know how to finesse.
And his aura is no coincidence. It's actually his entire brand. When Rick produces records, it's not in the physical sense of actually making the music. Rick operates more as a creative producer, similar to how DJ Khaled thinks
oh my God, another finesser.
He actually garners respect.
Do you play instruments?
Barely.
Do you know how to work a soundboard?
No. I have no technical ability. And I know nothing about music.
You must know something.
Well, I know what I like and what I don't like.
What?
And I'm decisive about what I like and what I don't like.
Bro, lying on his fucking resume. Oh my God. This is exactly what I'm talking about in life, bro. You will be surprised what you can accomplish. If somebody who made $300 million in the music industry and is extremely reputable can have a career without having any technical expertise or any fundamental knowledge on music, why can't you do what you want to do in your life?
So what are you being paid for?
The confidence that I have in my taste and my ability to express what I feel has proven helpful for artists.
For example of how influential Rick has been, here's a quick speed run of some of the biggest artists he's worked with. In early hip-hop, he worked with LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Public Enemy, and the Ghetto Boys.
What?
In pop, he worked with Kesha, Adele, Ed Sheeran, and Lady Gaga.
What is he
in
doing?
metal, Metallica, System of a Down, and Slayer. In alt-rock, The Cult, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, The Strokes,
What
and
is he
Weezer.
doing,
In hard rock,
bro?
Audioslave, AC/DC, and Aerosmith. In nu metal, Linkin Park,
Anderson Cooper a sellout?
Slipknot. And even in country with Johnny Cash, whose career he basically revived. And he didn't just make like a couple of songs.
So just fucking sitting there with a notepad and bobbing his fucking head. Where my 300 million at? The fuck?
Guys, he produced some of their biggest and best albums. The point is, if you know about the music industry a decent amount, Rick Rubin is probably a legend to you. In 2007, he was called the most important producer of the last 20 years by MTV and was on Time's list of the 100 most influential people in the world. And just in 2026, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So with all these factors combined, I think at the very least, it's safe to say that Rick is one of the most broadly liked celebrities, especially in music. People buy his book in droves, big guests and viewers flock to his podcast that has tons of huge artists and millions millions of views, and as a whole, he's probably as close as you can get to becoming a modern-day philosopher. It's hard to explain unless you know a bit about him, but people have an immense amount of respect for him, and nowadays he's kind of almost like a modern-day guru, which is why it's so shocking that Rick Rubin, despite his financial success, did an ad for Polymarket. But what's the problem with Polymarket?
Holy shit.
Why do people care? Well, Polymarket is technically a prediction market. Regulated United States prediction markets have been around surprisingly for over...
Regulated by who? To me, allegedly, in my opinion, this shit looks like money laundering. You literally had U.S. soldiers betting that they were gonna round up Maduro before the news broke. This is just a fancy way for people with insider knowledge to get a bag, bro. Is that crazy to say?
2 decades. But it wasn't on things like if Jesus will return or if the earth is flat. In the formal trading space, they're referred to as event contracts. Early prediction markets were used to hedge economic risks and speculate on tangible real-world outcomes like crop yields, temperature extremes, and political election results. But nowadays, it's for things like if Trump's going to deport Elon Musk or war statistics, which feels a bit dystopian in contrast. At first, prediction markets were for guys in ties and cubicles, and now anyone can use them almost like it's social media. And realistically, it's a legal loophole for gambling on everything and anything.
Yeah.
Polymarket was launched in 2020 and offers a platform where you
That's
can
why
bet
I'm
on
seeing it
outcomes
as
of
gambling.
sports, economics, weather, awards, politics, and even military conflicts. And it's not just sports in the traditional sense, it's like, is someone gonna throw a dildo at this WNBA game? Which, by the way, happened more and more because of these prediction markets. And this is pretty much
Bro, if you see a market, yeah, wouldn't you just bet yes? And then, bro, if that's me, I'll take all the money I have, put that shit in there, go to a WNBA game myself, bring the dildo with it in my ass, come out there and launch that bitch on the court and get all my money. What are we talking about? Yeah, it can be fixed easily. That doesn't even sound difficult.
Prediction markets operate. Well, Polymarket is launched and headquartered in New York City. It actually has legal domicile in Panama, which, as you can imagine, is to get around strict U.S. financial gambling.
See, that's when you hear that, that tells you everything that you need to know, bro. Why do you think all these gambling casinos, these crypto gambling casinos, are based in like Australia? That's how they work around it, bro.
Gambling regulations, and to shield itself from international court rulings.
Yep.
By using an offshore structure, Polymarket can operate in a tax haven that requires confidential, out-of-court disputes and settlements. And if we're being honest, choosing to base yourself out of Panama for loopholes sounds pretty sketchy, regardless of how often this kind of strategy is used. However, Rick Rubin is far from the only beloved star to get in on this prediction market frenzy. Other mega celebrities like Timothy Chalamet also recently got a bag as well.
What? They got Timothy Chalamet?
And in a very similar way to Rick Rubin, people have a lot of...
Damn, they got Marty Supreme? Bro, why is... Hold on, not that I'm thinking about it. Why is Rick Rubin taking a deal? Huh? Timothy Chalamet... Yo, isn't he getting money? Ain't he one of the 5 actors that gets casted in every fucking movie? Zendaya, Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet. Who else is in every movie? The Rock, like, come on, bro.
Respect for the guy. Tim's movies alone have already
Robert
grossed
Pattinson.
over $3 billion worldwide, and his estimated net worth is around $50 million. Whether you remember him early on from Interstellar, or saw him recently in Dune or Marty Supreme, or even on social media talking about college football or modding Xbox controllers, fans have found a lot to like about this guy.
I'm going Jackson State, 8 wins in a row, 11 all-conference players. This should be a comfortable, easy win for them. Breaking it down.
They glazing.
What's good, YouTube? This is Modded Controller 360 with the Controller of the Week. Here's
Oh my God.
It looks nice. It looks sexy.
He's definitely one of the most liked, or maybe even more pushed stars in Hollywood. I mean, even I think he seems pretty cool from what I've seen. He just seems kind of like a more regular, down-to-earth guy.
Right,
who's
he seemed
also
chill.
a mega celebrity, which is what connects him and Rick Rubin. Both are, to some degree, unanimously liked in their respective fields, making the recent crossovers with pretty controversial prediction markets unexpected. So why would these two beloved stars take such a brand risk? Could it really be worth the money when their image is on the line? Because trust me, these gambling type of websites pay very handsomely. Well, to figure that out, I had to look deeper into Kalshi, Polymarket, and prediction markets as a whole. While prediction markets have grown popular in the mainstream, they do carry an undeniable controversial nature, like I've mentioned. The Wall Street Journal described their operations as a legal and ethical gray area, considering that you're allowed to gamble on things like military strikes and ongoing wars, which makes it even more crazy that some
that's not right. That's not right. Like, I could understand you betting on Love Island, but bro, betting on whether or not we're gonna go to war with Iran or like some random country and wanting that shit to happen, knowing that has an impact on real people's lives, come on, bro. Isn't that shit a little weird? Yeah, it's a little
Relatively
weird.
established financial institutions like Robinhood are getting in on prediction markets as well. On their own, prediction markets don't seem all that bad, especially since gambling's been around forever. But it's their marketing strategies that differentiate it. Like many companies, Polymarket and Kalshi have set up a large net of influence, partnering with lower-level internet celebrities to some of the biggest stars in the world. For a few quick examples, Kalshi's worked with Timothée Chalamet, J Balvin, Bryson DeChambeau, Lionel Messi, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and many more.
God
Polymarket
damn.
also uses a similar method, working with Rick Rubin, Peso Pluma, Future, and many more. However,
Damn.
it's not just individual people that these prediction markets partner with. Polymarket has also become an official partner of the MLB, the New York Rangers NHL team, the Golden
What?
Globes, and DAZN. And these prediction markets also have partnerships with things like CNN and Fox News. It's like every celebrity, athlete, or brand has an exclusive prediction market with them now. Which brings us back to Rick and Tim. Rick Rubin's ad is a part of the Questions Are Everything ad campaign, and heavily leverages his whole philosophical aura.
I don't like that. So he's just not going to say anything? Maybe he cut the audio out here. Will France return to glory? Will you ask the question? Bro, they gave him a bag just to sit there and meditate. Holy shit.
Answers.
This ad instantly went viral and elicited a lot of hate for many reasons. Aside from Rick just shilling out, many viewers were also upset about the use of Kanye's music because of his recent controversies. But it mostly was the shilling, as this
Come on,
article
bruh.
focused heavily on how Rick almost undoubtedly received a hefty financial incentive to be part of an ad that tries to
Diogenes?
philosophize gambling while giving it an illusion of an artful act, which pretty much defines everyone's issue with this. Like, how could a guy like Rick Rubin support and stand by a
I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with the advertisement itself. I just have a problem with what he's supporting. Like, you realize what you took a bag for? You feel me? But that's, I mean, bro, that's the world we live in, though.
controversial company known for enabling mobile gambling for 18-year-olds.
Oh
A
my
speaker for
God.
the brand described the ad campaign stating, "The thinking underneath it is simple. Questions are the original technology, the only tool that expands the world just by being used. Polymarket is the rare brand that both questions everything and surfaces the answers. Whether the
What?
market is sports, politics, or culture, the human drive to know the truth is universal. That was the whole idea. We just had to make it feel like something." Which to me sounds like corporate lingo for gambling cope. I mean, question and answers, that's your
That sound like some chat GBT shit.
betting on
They're
the
trying to
question
make
and
it
answers.
sound
You're
all
not looking for the
philosophical and
answers.
shit. Yo, Soup, welcome in, brother. Yeah, they're sketchy as fuck,
Reason
gang.
you're putting money on it. The insider at Polymarket explained how they wanted to pose questions universal enough that someone who never heard of Polymarket had a way in, but specific enough that people who use the product felt seen, representing the markets they actually care about. Which translated out of marketing
What?
speak means we want new gamblers and we want them to think we're cool, and we want people who already gamble with us to feel even stronger towards our brand. Regardless, many fans of Rick Rubin spoke out against him, saying, "Wow,
Get on
Rick Rubin really
Kabulman. Bro, whose server can I join?
sold out." What makes me cringe about Rick is his faux guru bullshit. And saying what do you truly believe over a fucking Polymarket ad is hilarious. The only
What?
thing this is a sign of is that he's sold out.
Oh, they
so it's
cutting
pretty
his
clear that Rick
ass.
has done some damage to his brand. Timothée Chalamet
Some
experienced similar
damage?
back-
Yeah, his reputability is cooked, bro. Opening soon, you gonna be sliding? Hell yeah, if it's open, I'm definitely there. What do you mean? Of course. Is that even a question?
backlash for his ad.
Well, there's a lot.
I hate how he's just mudding the whole thing. Just take the instrumental out, bro. The UFO alien commercials are funny though, but no thanks. Nah, deadass. Yo, Jesse, what up, bro? We'll text the Twitter group chat when it's open. Bro, let me know and I'm in. Let's do it. I'm here for the content, bro. Hold on, H, bro. I deadass appreciate you for like plugging me into that shit. You have no idea, bro. I'm ready to go crazy with the content. That's the type of shit I want to do. I want to do more gaming stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. The swaggy white boy. Gamble all your money away. He's not a regular white boy. He's got hops. He's musically inclined. Give us your money.
The backlash was as expected, with tons of people throwing out the sellout allegations. One Redditor said, anybody remember when American celebrities had to go to Japan to do commercials because it was considered embarrassing to sell out here? So in Rick's case,
Wait,
the Poly
what?
Market ads seemingly soured his guru image, and with Tim, well, as this writer puts it, Timothy didn't change. People are finally seeing who he's always been. That writer must have had a bone to pick with Timothée Chalamet. Regardless, what's interesting to me is that these two people obviously know the risks and brand damage that this will do to them, but they still went through with it. And I think I know the reason why. And yeah, sure, they got some backlash, but did they really sell out? What about the myriad of other celebrities, athletes, musicians, actors, and everyone else I mentioned that's working with these prediction markets? Well, at the very least, I think it's safe to say that prediction markets are very sketchy. On Polymarket, 0.1% accounts net 67% of the profits.
What?
On Polymarket, 0.1% accounts net 67% of the profits. And before you say, oh, well, yeah, the people who gamble a bunch are likely to win a bunch, but then when you factor in the losses, they end up being down. But no, I'm talking about straight profit, meaning that they're not just winning some of the time, they're winning all the time. Especially when considering that more than 70% of users are losing money. They even have a track record of changing the terms of wagers even after bets have been made.
Oh my God, that's scary as shit. Yo, Dr. Clutch, thank you so much for the raid, brother. I appreciate you so much, man. To everybody that joined in, we're watching this video titled The Art of Selling Out. I missed you, old timer. Yo, B-Shot, I missed you too, gang. Bro, I think, and here's my opinion on this entire thing, right? I think the reason why people like Timothée Chalamet are willing to take a deal like this is because they know that the internet is going to be mad for like 2 weeks, and then eventually they're going to go and get mad to the next thing. Because they're not really, you know how the internet is. Like, people be mad, but they don't really be mad. Like, oh, you're a fucking sellout. Okay, whatever. I'm still going to go watch fucking Marty Supreme. That movie was overrated as shit, by the way. And by the way, I just saw the Odyssey. That shit was overrated too.
Analysis by the Anti-Corruption Data Collective, a non-profit research and advocacy group, found that long shot bets, defined as wagers of $2,500 or more at odds of 35% or less, on the platform had an average win rate of around 52% in markets on military and defense actions. But what about specific examples?
See, and that would tell me that does that not scream insider?
Corruption. Well, lately there's been a ton, especially to do with the war futures. In one case, an Israeli soldier used classified info to profit over $150,000 on the precise timing of Israel's attacks on Iran. This one led to a couple of arrests.
I don't want to get canceled. This is not right at all. This is not right.
But that's not always so common. It more so serves as a
bro, what are you yes, no, duh, that's not common. Nobody, no soldier should be able to make $100,000 by literally insider trading at the expense of other people, bro. Because think about it. Missile strikes, people died behind that, most likely. Let's be real.
Example of a broader trend. When Maduro was captured by the United States, a couple of users placed some extremely profitable bets very shortly before the order was made. One was a soldier involved in the mission planning who netted over 400 grand and then was later arrested. But situations like this have happened again and again. With bets outside of wars as well on things like the Nobel Peace Prize winner or Spotify's most streamed song in December, both having unnatural wager patterns. Now, informed betting is one thing, but straight up insider trading is another. And it's
how do you feel about that? I feel like if you are directly involved in a situation like that, you should not get your earnings. You should just be refunded the money that you put in, and that's it. Hell no. It's so amoral and required. Yeah, literally, bro. Oh, oh my God.
To crack down on. And when it's not literal insider trading, gamblers have also taken heavy action in attempting to manipulate outcomes and pressure journalists into
Hold on, what is this? Ukrainian war tracking project Deep State accuses crypto prediction platform Polymarket of using its battlefield data for real-time gambling. What? We're living in a simulation.
Reporting. For example, if you bet that a new song will hit X amount of streams, if it's struggling to reach it, you can just bot the song yourself and get it there. For these reasons, prediction markets have been banned in tons of places. In Polymarket's case, they're banned in France, Brazil, Italy, and many more. Initially including the United States until they figured out a workaround. Shockingly, the age limit is also only 18, which is due to loopholes with the national age requirement of gambling at 21. It's also an intentional design because people...
Bro, I'm not surprised by this. Are you Peterbot? Yes, I am. What the fuck? That's not right, bro. How did they work it around the 18?
Ages of 18 and 24 are at a high risk of developing gambling problems. At this age, the brain is still developing and emotion and logic aren't fully formed. This means that decision-making ability hasn't yet matured, making young
Holy
adults
shit.
more likely to take risks or act impulsively. So, how do they get around this? This is because prediction markets have technically declared themselves as investments. While it's not labeled a sports betting platform, 63% of trades on Polymarket are for sports bets. And this is even partially backed by the second Donald Trump administration, which eased the regulatory environment for
Of course,
Polymarket.
Trump is gonna be with this shit, bro. He was dropping a fucking meme coin. He rug pulled. They love this shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Some shit gotta change, man. This is not right.
At the same time, Polymarket added Donald Trump Jr. as an advisor after his firm 1789 Capital invested in Polymarket.
Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, bro. See, politicians shouldn't have any. If you have proximity to any politicians, you shouldn't. Because now, you know, Donald Trump, he's going to try to find a way to get a bag in this. Oh, my God. The rich literally just get richer.
Why did you guys make Donald Trump Jr. a strategic advisor?
We have a lot of advisors. And
Tell you.
they span across the board, across different functions. But really, this is all about growing this industry, the prediction market industry that a lot of people really believe in.
What kind of advice
Who
does he
believes
give
in
you?
it?
So it really is, again, about growing prediction markets.
Does he come to meetings? How much do you pay him? What's his role? I mean, this is the son of the president.
We have a lot of advisors to other
He's
people.
not just any advisor. He has a direct line to the White House.
Right.
We have a lot of advisors.
Which is pretty.
Oh, he couldn't even give an answer to that. Yo, let me know how you feel about this, right? I feel like we at a point right now where, you know, when you think of businesses, right? Capitalism has gotten so bad, like that, like, okay, businesses are meant to make life better. You're supposed to, you know, go into a laundromat. Your clothes are supposed to be washed. Your clothes are supposed to be clean. Go into a restaurant. You're supposed to be fed. Housing. You have a roof over your head. Now, it's not even about providing a good service and helping society. It's about getting as much money as possible. And I feel like all of these like politicians and rich people love shit like this because it's literally just making money. Like, what is the overhead to run Kalshi? Literally nothing. Come on, bro. It's just straight money printing.
Sketchy. And as a result, the United States Senate has banned its senators and their staff from betting on prediction markets like Kalshi or Polymarket.
Okay, so what is it? Okay, they're banned, right? They hit up their nephew and then they bet. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You have to literally ban anybody within 6 degrees.
May of
Come on.
2026. On top of these specific examples, Polymarket has published hundreds of false and misleading posts. Politico uncovered a campaign by Polymarket to pay influencers to praise Polymarket for its supposed accuracy. Like, again, accuracy, it's just gambling, you know? The Wall Street Journal has also uncovered that Polymarket paid content creators to show simulated trades with fake wins on clones of Polymarket's website,
What?
as well as paying to promote user-generated content explaining how to use insider information on Polymarket. Basically, they're doing all this marketing to make you think you have a good chance of winning.
The Wall Street Journal, Politico, both talking about how Polymarket has been running deceptive ads. They're hyping up the odds of your success, many times not disclosing that they are paid to do so, and even worse, a lot of the trades are completely fake. Not only that, these investigations heavily imply that Polymarket knew and facilitated a lot of this deception.
Wow.
Even going so far as to create a fake website for these people to put their fake bets on.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
bombshell allegations. And I really was like, well, why aren't more people talking about it? And then I realized, oh yeah, because
They're
so many
paid.
people are on the take from the prediction market industry. They aren't exactly unbiased sources. They're making money from this industry. They have a vested interest in making it look as good as possible.
The success of these applications relies on the trust
And that's
of its
why
users.
CoffeeZilla is my GOAT, bro. Because he just knows, bro. He just knows. He's been exposing this shit for so long, bro. Shout out to CoffeeZilla.
that a fair market is being operated. So when they're doing this fake BS marketing in efforts to counter any negative publicity that bubbles up from controversies, it seems extremely shady. And they're using celebrities, faces and names that people love, recognize, and trust to help their PR. But in a
Sheesh.
few weeks, I honestly don't think too many people will care that Rick Rubin, Timothy Chalamet,
They won't.
Messi, Giannis, Future, or any of these other celebrities promoted
Giannis?
these prediction markets. And if you're wondering why, it's because I think this has already happened before. Less than a decade ago, the next big thing was cryptocurrencies and NFTs. It may sound a bit ridiculous.
A decade ago. Brother, this year, no, last year, meme coins. Do you know how many celebrities and influencers created meme coins and rug pulled the shit out of their audiences and didn't give a fuck? Every rapper had a meme coin. Every content creator had a meme coin. Bro, what's bro's name? I got rug pulled, allegedly, in my opinion, by the dude who runs Barstool. What the fuck is his name? Dave Portnoy. He had Greed 1, 2, and 3. Those are 3 different coins. I got rugged by him 3 times because I was trying to get a bag. Literally. Dude, they had no shame about it. Same thing with NFTs, bro. Pump Fun? Oh my God. No, I think, was it Pump Fun?
Now, but back then, every single celebrity
3
jumped
times.
on
I
the
was hungry. I
bandwagon.
was trying
I
to
made
get
an
rich.
entire video on this if you're interested, but pretty much any celebrity you can think of promoted NFTs.
Yep. And all those little pictures, by the way, are useless. They're literally down all their value, and you can literally just save the picture. It's tokenized through the blockchain. I don't give a fuck.
Paltrow, Shaq, Steve Aoki, Steph Curry, Mark Cuban, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Madonna, Serena Williams, and even Martha Stewart. Which again, looking back, sounds crazy, but literally everyone did it.
Girl, I'm not gonna lie, you're lucky you didn't get into that shit. Them fucking meme coins.
These celebrities were paid by
It's
NFT
like 8K
companies
it
to
is.
promote their NFTs to help assign value. Similar to the
GM.
hypebeast era, according to Polygon, much like any hyped commodity, NFTs that are perceived as being valuable have become a kind of status symbol. Because NFTs don't have any inherent value, they had to assign some sort of fake value to them, and they use celebrities to do that. Plus, a lot of celebrities launched their own NFTs as well. For example, Eminem released an NFT collection called ShadyCon with digital action figures based on characters in some of Eminem's best-known music videos, original instrumental beats created by him, and more. Regardless of how stupid the product was, he made $1.7 million off of this, which pales in comparison to other celebrities like Grimes, who made $6 million, or The Weeknd, who made $2.3. Tons of celebrities were releasing art and stuff as NFTs and making crazy money. Shaq, for example, also promoted this NFT called Creature World, and he even made this goofy video promoting it.
Hey, Creature World, Shaq is in your community. That's right, I love you. We got some stuff coming for you. Shh, don't tell anybody. Creature.
But again, at the time, it was legal. They weren't scams. So what was the problem with celebrities doing this? Well, the problem was that a lot of them ended up being scams.
Bro, he's a
We
nut.
just didn't know it at the time. Or people who didn't have, the ability to decipher that didn't know it at the time. And the celebrities never got punished for it. For example, in 2021, an NFT project called Bored Bunny launched. It was co-signed by celebrities like DJ Khaled, Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul, David Dobrik, Rich the Kid, French Montana, and many more. But it turned out to be a rug pull, in which the organizers of the NFT took all the money fans put into it and ran off. None of the people in this project were really punished for it, and they haven't been canceled by the fans like you would expect. Another great example is Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo, which was very clearly a scam, and again, I talked about this in my NFT video, but despite it being a very obvious scam, which has been covered extensively on YouTube, Logan still has a very successful career. He's in the WWE, he's at like every major event, he's streaming, whatever. And it seems like no one really cares that he scammed these people. Lana Rhoades had a whole crypto scam project too, and when she faced backlash for it, she posted a flurry of angry tweets, and at one point saying it's stupid that people are mad about the NFT when there's a war in Ukraine. Even the best rapper of all time, Lil Uzi Vert, got caught up in an NFT scam when his Eternal Beings NFT project resulted in fans losing millions of dollars, and again, no one was held accountable. And I bet
I didn't even know Uzi had one. That's crazy.
That everyone's favorite athlete slash celebrity, Shaquille O'Neal, was involved in 2 crypto scams. One of which he had to pay $1.8 million in a settlement because he promoted FTX, and then $11 million in a settlement on another occasion. Shaq especially.
And it's funny because he probably made so much more than that, so it was worth it.
He's one of the most beloved celebrities in the world.
I know, I still love Uzi. Is that bad? Is that bad that I still love Uzi? Uzi could scam me and I'd still love him. I don't know why.
So seeing him get wrapped up in this, get a slap in the wrist financially, and have no fans care is crazy. And other athletes like Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and David Ortiz were all involved in similar cases relating to FTX as well. Again, all of these people were legally found liable for promoting scams. They had to pay settlements, and yet no one really cares. There was little to no backlash from fans at all. And I think that's because the amount of celebrities doing this was overwhelming. I also wanted to mention that Bow Wow, Neo, Fred Durst, and Jason Derulo did an NFT scam too, but they're C-tier celebrities, so...
Holy shit, he just snitched on everybody. Bow Wow? Yo, if you bought Lil Bow Wow coin, you a fucking dumbass. Yo, King, trust me, bro. We gonna come up. I invested all my money in Jason Derulo coin, bro. Oh God, we gonna eat. Oh my God, bro. Like, yo, bro, I invested in Hawk coin, bro. We gonna make it out the trenches. Like, what are you talking about, gang?
No wonder why no one really cared. Regardless, this mass promotion of prediction markets from celebrities is very reminiscent to me of the NFT and crypto era, which is definitely concerning. And there are a lot of similarities. NFTs and crypto were shady. Prediction markets are shady. People hate on them when they started, and then there's a bunch of people that promote them. A lot of fans were against it and kind of didn't like that celebrities were doing it, but so many did it, and it ended up being impossible to really care when everyone's doing it. At the end of the day, if you are a celebrity, it's obviously a bad idea to scam your fans. People like 6ix9ine or Soulja Boy who have repeatedly
6ix9ine spent 40,000 on NFTs. Who are you paying?
scam their fans aren't names that hold much respect, and that's because they did these blatant scams. However, if you're a celebrity operating in a moral gray area, ever so often, tastefully, you know, then it's a lot easier for fans to let that slide, as we've seen in regards to crypto, as we've seen in regards to NFTs, and as we're seeing right now when it comes to prediction markets. The more celebrities that jump into it, the more normalized it becomes, and the less outrage fans and audiences have for the individual celebrities. Because if in 5 years it comes out that Polymarket and Kalshi are complete scams, it won't matter. The celebrities will have made their money, and the fans will—
Yeah, they will have already made their money and moved on to the next one. There's always a new scam. There's always something. Dude, this is the future. You gotta get in on this. Man, hold on. Yo, didn't FaZe Banks start a podcast and he said that he was gonna be teaching people financial literacy through like prediction markets? Didn't he say that? Oh my God, bro. This is just the scam right now, bro. He never did. I could have sworn he did. When he announced that he was like live streaming, and he tried to make it seem like he was exposing like the core boys.
Forgotten who specifically was involved since everybody was doing it. So the reason I'm making this video is to remind you guys that
he never taught anyone financial shit. Obviously, if you're not a financial advisor, if you're not certified, you can't teach anybody actual financial advice. So a lot of these like gurus, air quotes on gurus, they say, this isn't financial advice, but blank, 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 blank.
Celebrities do not care about you. We are honestly, at least in most cases, nothing more than a number, metric, or statistic to these people, as an avenue in which they can make money. This is why I think selling out's an art. If you do it poorly, you'll end up a disgraced celebrity who no one likes anymore. But if you do it properly, like many of the celebrities in this video, fans will forget or brush it off as you continue to live your lovely lifestyle, since you already made your bag on all these shady,
courtside chrome. Oh my God.
Morally gray area things.
Dude, Timothy, but he's wearing chrome, bro. I would do the same thing.
If you like this video, like I said, you'd probably like my video on the NFT era, which was—
Oh my God. It is what it is, bro. We in the fucking end times, man. Holy shit.